I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. In this video, I want to do my best to recreate our trading action from our trading room and try to duplicate the best I can to what we were seeing on Friday. Of course, I can't do all the call outs on the individual stock names and all the option flow and all those different patterns that we called out there in setups. I'm going to cover the SPY mostly on the 5-minute time frame, but we're definitely going to be bouncing around to some other time frames. At market open, we knew we had gapped up coming into market open. We gapped up in pre-market, had some data come out at 8:30, nice push up, giving us an H-buy pattern. Coming into market open right at our levels. Of course, we had our levels before market ever opened, and had our levels for days before that. And we got our goose head there. So the 5-minute time frame was really good. We also knew that bonds were showing a little strength. The dollar was showing a little weakness. Advanced decline lines had turned up. Breadth was positive on Thursday. The put to call ratio had come back down to 100 right there on the neutral zone, and advanced decline lines had turned up. We also knew we were dealing with a government shutdown was looming. Also, the last trading day of the month, we did have a morning star that we were watching for confirmation, an unconfirmed morning star from Thursday's trading action. So we were watching all that with this nice gap up here and very strong push. So when we get these strong pushes like this, we're expecting it to pull back into the gap. Not necessarily a gap fill, but we're expecting a move against that gap at market open. So after that, we want to see where the breadth is going. Man, we talked about this from last Friday's video. The breadth and your price action is going in opposite directions. There's going to be something to happen there to where they can get back in line with each other. A lot of times, price action will try to move up towards the breadth, or the breadth could break down and come to the price action. But a lot of times, we do get that bounce. So, but at first, we were expecting that pull into the gap, since we did gap up, seeing some profit taken there, and that pull down. So our first 5-minute candle here, we can see that it was definitely a bearish candle. And at this point, this time we had a bullish flow coming in the first 10 minutes of the trading day, with some pretty seriously bullish flow coming in before it started to change. And we're still calling that at about 5 minutes early, but we did start to see a change after 9:40. Breadth held in for 4 candles before turning red and to start moving lower. So we had that strong push on breadth. Within 4 minutes of that really started to come in. So, and we're knowing that now, that breadth coming in before we get the second 5-minute candle. Flow at this point is still bullish. Our second 5-minute candle turned red, obviously opened up red and pulled down lower, come down almost to that wick play before pushing back up to give a bullish Harami. Now the bullish Harami does need to be confirmed. And like I say, right now the breadth is moving lower and the option flow is starting to change. And you can see your third 5-minute candle breaking lower, which this is a candle pattern that we call the falling one. So we're looking for follow through off of this candle pattern. Remember, we have this 50 down here, so you have your 50-day, and we're only expecting one to, remember your move of a candle pattern. You can only expect 1 to 3 candles for the expected move, and it can take 1 to 3 candles for the confirmation. So it can be, to confirm this, it can take 3 minutes. It could take 3 more 1-minute candles, because that's the time frame. But we're only expecting 1, 2, 3 candles on the way down. This is why, if you're a longer term trader, you're looking to find these same setups on higher term time frames. Now you can get, there's 5 minutes worth of trading in a 5-minute candle. Actually, it can take 15 minutes because this is the 5-minute time frame. So it can take 15 minutes to confirm that. Just a reminder of the 1, 2, 3 rule. You see the next candle pulling up, still holding this 50 here. Now that candle had some bullishness into it. Now I know it doesn't look like it, but coming down like that, being that deep, and the buyers were able to come back in and push this candle back up. So that's a good sign. Holding it above that 50 day is very important there. So your 50 is the area to watch. And we're starting to see a reversal here that's taking back those moving averages. So let's go to the 5-minute or the 1-minute time frame. You're also seeing your bands pinch in. So when we're seeing our bands pinch in on the 5, we know that they're probably setting up for a move. You can see the 1 here, and actually remember trading this, we had this downtrend through here, and we were looking for a break of that area. I probably should have put more attention on this. So we had this channel drawn like that on this 1-minute time frame. We end up breaking higher. You can see this candle come up and tested it. That candle right there closed above. So this candle right here is starting your what? That's starting your stair step for your move higher. And then you can see a very nice push back up above that 20 and strong push here. So some really good candles. And I know, we're looking at a 1-minute time frame for somebody who's trading monthlies and sitting out in time and waiting on their stocks. It probably doesn't look like that big of a deal. But that was a really nice move coming back up. Short move pays nice percentage and short-term time frames. And we know we have this level up here. So we're going to watch the 5-minute time frame for a minute. We're going to turn the 5 off on the 1. Strong push. At this point, we want to try to get back into the bands for a flag, and this just shot right up, giving us a rising 1. It's not the best because this candle's not really strong enough, so not even really going to look at that as a rising 1, but we definitely do have a nice strong bullish Marubozu candle. It's not actually a bullish engulfing, but very strong candle. If we go out to the 5, we can already see that's putting us a little ahead. So let's go back to the 1. So nice push right into that level. We know this level needs to be cleared. We need to close above. We know this is a pretty tough 15-cent zone up here, so we're not going to bet against that zone. Our normal rule is we want that 9 above that area. Your conservative trader wants so you want to be up here if you're a conservative trader looking for a trade, and you want that 1-minute 9 up there. I know it feels like it takes forever, but in a few minutes it all sets up. So if you're looking at it, down here and you're kind of foaming at the mouth, that's one of the things you need to work on because it will come in and set up. So got a decent looking MACD here, but that level needs to be clear. Not betting against that level. And at this time right here, we have a V bottom, and the V bottom is part of the what family? It's part of the cup family. So it could be pulling back to put in a what? Cup and handle. So could be a V bottom and handle in this area. So we just want to keep that in mind. And I remember calling that out. And the Discord in our trading rooms, and you can see right here, starting to see some rejection. So we're coming back into that 9. That could be part of the V bottom and the handle, or the cup and handle, and for a push higher. Remember, Bukowski says V bottoms don't work out as well as cups. I've traded a lot of them that went well, but I've not traded as many as I have regular cups. So we can see we're coming down, putting a lot of pressure on this 1-minute time frame on that 9 right there, but we did not get to close above. I would prefer to have seen this candle to close above that, or close below that candle to get this, start the staircase down, but very ugly move there. So let's go back to the 5-minute time frame here. And at this point is where you can see that rejection that we looked at a while ago. So very shooting starish there. So let's see what our next 5-minute candle looks like. So right there, now you can see the rejection off that shooting star. Very strong push up right into a resistance level. Strong push, strong rejection off that level. You can actually see that 5-minute candle gap down there. Now this is closing right here on an evening star. So, and they're pretty much, you can see this candle slightly closed below that one, barely, but slightly closed below. So that should be starting that stair step down. Let's see what we get here on the 1. So on the 1, we come back down, a little bit of bullishness trying to get us back up to the what? The 9. So this 9's rolling over, bear flagging here. So now we want to see what happens. And at this point, we want to draw our bear flag. And remember, the market is very sloppy right now. We're not getting the best price action, so we're drawing our lines a little sloppy. We're not hugging the candle bodies perfectly like the textbook says we should. And that's just because we would rather leave $1 on the table on getting in on the stock and have a better confirmation and a higher probability of winning our trade, and lose $1 at the beginning of the trade. So Of course, that could make a little more if I get in here, is what I'm trying to say, but I need to confirm below that line. And I'm leaving that line a little longer than what it should be because the market's trading sloppy. So on your 5-minute time frame here, right there, still come down, tested that line, tested that line. So let's go to the 1, or let's go to the 5. Now, so we ended up getting follow through because we're in the next. So this is kind of front running a little bit, but you can see where we're getting some follow through there. Going back to the 1, we should not have seen that candle yet. So trying to push here, trying to take out that level, but it keeps snapping back up. So it's still giving us a bear flag. Now we're going to draw this little channel here, but we're not the slightest bit worried about what the top of that looks like. But just in case there's a breakout coming to the upside, we will draw this channel, and that's making it look a lot more bear flaggish here. We keep that line like that, keep it right on top of the wick. That's actually exactly how we drew that in the Discord Friday. So we're looking for a breakout, and boom. Now you have what's called a falling 3. So you're breaking out of a bear flag, confirming a bear flag with another bearish sell signal called, I'm sorry, this is not. So it's actually, we call it a falling 5. It's built off from falling 6. Actually, it's built off from the falling 3 family. Anytime we catch, it's falling, supposed to be 3. We're able to catch 6 in here like this, and that can help. It's basically a sell signal. Definitely looking for some downside off of this. Looking for 1 to 3 candles to the downside if it gets confirmed. And you can see 2, so 1 more candle, and then no confirmation to the downside. All right, so we're trying to roll back over. The 3rd candle is trying to push down slightly, close below, almost right there. We want to be below the low of this H cell pattern. Looks like we got below that red candle slightly, but we still have this green candle here. So we did not get confirmation of that, but it's giving us an H cell pattern here. Let's go back down, hit the play again, and try to confirm your H cell, and shooting back up. No confirmation there. Bands are still suggesting more downside. You got to close below the H cell pattern there. So let's go take a peek on the 5. See if we can get back onto the 5 here without messing too much up. So you can see right here, we come down, tested this 50. This 50 was support, pushing back up, right back into that area. Rejection, evening star here. This candle right here closed below that one. This candle's doing what? It is starting the stair step lower. And we should be expecting more downside off from that. We just took out the major support level. We had seriously seeing support there. Now, once again, look at the wicks there. So you were seeing a lot of support. You got confirmation below that level and got to see price acceleration to the downside. So let's go back to the 1 here really quickly. And if you look at this on the 1 and you were watching the 1, you could have looked at it. And I can see, looks like it struggled because we should have seen the continuation to the downside there, and it wanted to come back. Even took the 9 out and breaking lower. So that right there was a possible stop out for a few people because, breaking here, we were kind of waiting for that move down. And, we did get it, but this slow action, this market's pushing back up. Now, remember, if you're struggling with some of this stuff, buying time can really be huge in helping you. It's just like buying forgiveness. So buy some time into your strikes. Not everything has to be the same day or even the next day. So a nice move down here. And once again, this is the 1 minute time frame. So we're going to go to the 5 coming down. So we do have our 429.66. We got plenty of momentum coming down into this area. Will we continue lower and make it down to our 429.66? And you can see right here, so we got this bullish Harami. Slow it down a little bit. We got a nice bullish Harami, seeing follow through back up to the upside. So nice move there. Flagging over under the 9, reclaiming some levels that candle right there reclaimed that 20 as well on the 5-minute time frame. Very nice move there. And if we go back to the 1, you can see the chop. So at this point, you know, it looked like it wanted to go higher and got this morning star down here, which not a morning star because it got slammed back down, didn't get confirmed. Took all the way over here to confirm that, and not really a strong confirmation there. So at this time, I wish I would have slowed that down on the 1-minute time frame because this provided some serious chop in this area. All right. Let's go. I think you know where I'm coming from here. Should have slowed down because right here we had this morning star pattern. It was very choppy in that area trying to pick a direction. Did get a nice breakdown, provided some trades. And right now we're just not looking for these huge moves. We're capturing a lot. Even with the big moves, we're able to capture a lot of smaller moves out of them because we just don't not trust in the market here. But we end up getting this little downward sloping inverted head and shoulders pattern. And breaking up out of that on the 1, you got trying to give you an H-buy pattern here. And if we go back to the 5, it's a bad thing about trying to cover all these time frames in such a short period of time. I'm running out of time already. Nice push up. And like I say, on the 5-minute time frame, you were able to close above the 20 there. So let's go back to the 1 for a few minutes. And we're back above your 50, your 200 there, trying to give you an H-buy pattern. You need a close above to start your stair step higher. See what we get here. Still struggling, trying to break down. So no close above, so no H-buy pattern. Did have this a little inverted head and shoulders. We do know how these trade. We know we can come back in this area, test it, and move higher if it wants to. Just like a head and shoulders pattern can give you some really strong, bullish looking setups. Look like they're getting ready to break and go higher and before breaking lower. These can do the exact same thing. They like to come back, retest areas, look like they're going to break down before pushing higher. Now, we had news coming in about the government shutdown, and a lot of little things were happening. We had some Fed governors coming out at different times. Had some pre-release statements coming out from Fed governors. Actually moved the market more than what I was expecting there. And you can see right here on the 5-minute time frame, you know, that candle, we looked at that one, we closed above. This one, wild ride here, went both directions before breaking back down. And at this point, you can already clearly see, we probably should already have this drawn. You can clearly see your downtrend right there coming right into that area. So that downtrend is a target if this does decide to come back higher. Let's see what we get from here. So right now this candle is breaking down. This is my target right here. Target almost hit, breaking lower. So right there, come down, your target's hit. You got to confirm below the target for a, you got to confirm, you need a candle to close below this range right here. That was your target, your range low, before to confirm to go lower. Provided a nice trade there down to that target. Right now we're trying to flag back up. You can see how people try to jump in this and then get mad when it reverses, but there was no confirmation down there below that area. Scalpable on a 5-minute time frame, yes, but no confirmation below there. Just wants to flag back up, looking for the 9 here. And that's exactly what we're doing, just trying to be patient and give it time to form and possibly trade this little bear flag that is forming right here. And once again, I'm not hugging the candle bodies for a reason, because the market price action is sloppy right now. So I'm leaving things a little sloppy just to get a better probability of winning my trades. So you can see this little W pattern now just got formed. This candle right here confirmed back above that W. No bear flag. And ripped right back down. So just the way this market is and the way this market has been trading, it's been a very difficult and evil to trade market. Sometimes you got to stay with the trend. And so far, you can look at that, and we were slightly in a downtrend, seeing lower lows with lower highs before that candle. You can see it here. We were in a downtrend, so just trying to respect the trend. Sometimes some of these moves come out of nowhere. It looked like we wanted to get ready and go to the moon before getting broke back down. Looked like it was supposed to be a beautiful trade to the upside before getting broke back down. The government shutdown looming, not surprised. We should have tried to go there. It just did not happen. The trend, overall had been into a downtrend and still continuing a downtrend here with a lower close. You can see lower highs. Now we're putting in a lower low. That high did mess some things up there. Let's blow this back up. And let's see how we act with 429.66. Trying to blow right through it. So when we get below a level, this is your 5-minute time frame. When we get below a level like this, we're waiting for the 9 to come down here. The scalpers, we go at that. We're able to make money on it. You conservative trader, or just your next setup for your scalper, you're waiting for your 9 to get below this area so you can flag into your 9, and then you're looking for a move down. So we know we're a little extended here, provided a decent trade to the downside. But coming back up to retest that 9, that's where your conservative trader is looking to enter right there. So coming back up, see right here, we come back up, closed back above the 9, retested the breakout, or retested the 429.66 zone, and plus your 200 on your 1 there before getting shoved back down and closing lower. This candle looks like it wants to come back up for a retest. But this candle right here signal a move lower. Watch your 9. We want to see that 9 roll over, and we can see it right there. Seeing the rejection come in. It's going to end up giving us the goose head on our moving averages. We're getting ready to lose our MACD and breaking lower. Great move down. Let's go to the 1 here. This was an awesome move. See if we can look at it on the 1. On the 1, that 429.66 level, it was given out. This wasn't just drawn. This has been on the charts for a while. Much less everybody had it way well before the trading day, much less before, in pre-market. But we had a nice level here. You can see it constantly getting tested. It did take it above right there, no 9 or nothing, so no need to chase that. It got rejected back down. You can see right here a close below this range here. That close below, getting a close below that area that you had for support starts what? A stair step down. And that allows you to go in on your move. The problem is this market is so slow, and the trading ranges that it puts in before we get these moves are crazy slow setting up. And that's just what we have to expect. We got to give everything more time. Hopefully this market's going to be speeding up soon. All right, so at this point we're breaking down. We are getting a little long and winded in this video, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. And at that point, after we got that close below, we started to see a nice move down. So this just chopped over, letting some moving averages catch up before breaking lower, and this is the 5-minute time frame. So our 9 or 5 should be on. So we come back in, barely took that 5 out before breaking lower, retesting the 5 there again. Taking the 5 back, actually took the 9 back, getting slammed back down. Moving averages trying to turn up there. Looking for a close below here, a close below this area for a move up. You can see this candle line right here. I want to be above that range high. Here, below the range low for a move down. Need that candle to close below to start your stair step down. And coming down to our zone, and you can see the zone was able to hold in this area. Now we're coming into the end of the day. We were able to hold that. We started to put in another pattern here at the end of the day. Just never played out, but you were starting to get an upward sloping head and shoulders pattern. This shoulder got really, really wide here, and we never could take it out, right at the end of the day. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I hope to see you in the trading room. Have a great day and a great weekend, everybody.